All right, welcome back to the Quarantine Show. The Instigators, Andrew, Craig, Marty on the line, and joined on the line with Dawson DiPietro from the University of Western Michigan. Sorry, Western Michigan University is how they properly say it. It's like the Ohio State. Good morning, Dawson.
Hey, guys. How's it going? I'll try and be a bit more lively than Mattias the other day.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow. So did you listen to that?
Yeah, I listened to it. That's exactly who he is, and I'm glad he went first, so I see if he said some good things or bad things about me.
Was that some of his worst work?
He's good. He's not the greatest public speaker, but he gets it done on the ice, so no questions.
Was he as good a leader as the letter entails?
Yeah, he's a good leader, really good leader, kind of a natural leader, good presence. Obviously was voted captain of the World Junior team and a captain on our team this year as a very young player. So, yeah, he's a very good leader.
Well, let's not talk about him because we're not here to talk about him. We know that you made him when he came into Western Michigan. So undrafted, recently signed with the Sabres. How are you feeling about your game going forward here and hockey coming back and being a pro?
Yeah, just really excited about the opportunity at hand. Kind of a bummer that everything's been put on pause right now. But very excited to get going after this whole thing dies down and get focusing on the hockey and graduating in a month or so here. So to get that out of the way. And
hey,
then,
Dawson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dawson. It's Marty Biron here. I do that once in a while, especially now that we're on the computer. So I just want to know, so you go undrafted, but you talked about Mattias. He gets drafted in the second round in 2018. Does that give you or other players on your team that were undrafted a chance to say, hey, we're going to get an NHL team watching us even more closely, and that kind of opens the door for you to be able to impress a team like the Buffalo Sabres?
I would say it has a little bit of an impact. I know that Buffalo's being watched a lot because of Mattias, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there were tons of scouts in the building every night playing in the NCHC. I think it's the best league in college hockey, and playing in and out, playing top 10 teams every night. There's scouts all over the place. So I think it's a little bit of both.
Growing up,
where are you right now, Dawson?
Are you in Medina? Oh, is it Medina or Medina?
Yeah, I'm in Medina, Ohio, just 30 minutes south of Cleveland. Yep.
How'd you become a Sabres fan? I'm reading here that were you a Sabres fan growing up?
Well, I think it was that quote was taken a little bit out of context. More that I like to watch certain Sabres play, like Drury and Briere, Hossack, Finnegan off, those guys. I loved watching those guys play. So I think that's more where the direction I was headed on that answer.
Play this game long enough, Dawson. A lot of your comments will be taken out of context.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you played, obviously, you played in the North American Hockey League, and we have a lot of young hockey player here in Buffalo that, because they're not in school, they probably listen to the show, watch the show. They all think they have to play major juniors or they have to play USHL to be able to go to college and to be able to play pro hockey. You actually played in 4 different teams in 2 years in the North American Hockey League, in the NAL they call. So what can you say about development and the road that you take to college and to pro hockey?
Yeah, well, my story's a bit wild and a bit unorthodox for a guy that signs an NHL contract. I think I'd say a lot, like a lot of guys say, I've dreamt of this moment my whole life, and they know that they were drafted at a young age, and they're just waiting for that moment where they can sign that contract. For me, it's just been an uphill grind, and I was a bit of a late developer. Played in the NA, got a chance to play there. Kind of shipped around a little bit in 2 years, but always did very well there. But the fact that I was a late developer, and I'm still developing even at 24, just my body and whatnot, that helped me develop. I had to play at a little bit of a lower league, and then obviously it kind of showed as I got to Western my freshman year. I didn't play. I played 1 game, and I think the biggest part of that whole year was learning systems, things that I'd never been taught before, and then just getting my body ready for that Division I level.
Dawson DiPietro joining the Instigators here on the phone. What type of player are you?
I'd say when I'm at my best, I play with a lot of speed, a lot of skill, and a lot of grit, and heavy on the puck, heavy on the stick. I like to be a guy that's get my game going by being a little bit of an instigator, but to try and tail it back and be a guy that people don't like to play against.
Don't tail it back. Don't scale anything back.
Well, I've been told I got to tail it back. I got to bring it back a little bit. I can go over the line a little bit at times in college because I know we got masks on and no one can beat you up. You know what I mean? But at the next level, I understand that you take it too far and you're in a fight. You know.
I didn't realize there was still fighting in hockey.
Yeah, not too much anymore. Right?
No.
So what are you doing right now to keep yourself in shape, keep yourself fit? Yeah, are you doing some stuff at home?
Yeah, so I got a gym at home a little bit, just a little gym here in the basement, and I've got enough to basically keep me going. And I've obviously been in contact with Buffalo, and they sent me the workout plan and whatnot, and I got everything there, and then just going for runs and trying to stay outside, trying to stay active, eat healthy, put on some weight, and go from there.
Dawson, I want to know, I'm going to go back to your first year at Western Michigan. You say you played only one game. We see it so often now, and we had a discussion earlier in the show about guys coming to the National Hockey League. Some guys are ready for that, some guys aren't. But for you, now turning pro, what do you expect your first year to be like? Is this a learning year, or is this a year where you have to come in and prove that you deserve that contract and you want to play as many games, as many minutes as possible? What do you anticipate the first year to be like?
I think for me, since my contract's a 1-year contract, I'm 24, so you can't be under a rookie deal at 25. So I think this year is super important for me, and I got to come in with a chip on my shoulder and continue to do what I've done my whole career, which is just prove people right and prove people wrong, whatever they may think. But I don't expect it to be easy by any means. Of course, I know there's going to be adversity. I know I've been waiting for this opportunity now, so I think I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. And I look forward to a challenge for sure.
I want to get to know you a little bit. What kind of music do you like? What are you watching during this quarantine?
I'm kind of like an EDM guy, not like super hard EDM, but I was
what's
the guy
EDM?
Music in the
What are we talking about here?
Like I don't even know. Like some Marshmello, like Rehab. Like Martin Garrix, like the Chainsmokers, like those guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's kind of upbeat music, like not too crazy, but sound of music you'd listen to in the locker room.
Do you like any older music? Like anything maybe, I don't know, our generation? I forget, like how old are you? You're
24. 23.
Yeah,
Turned
24.
24. Like I'm starting to learn. Like Dawson, if you play, like I played with a guy like Doug Huda when I was 20, and he was 33 maybe. I learned now why we had nothing in common.
Yeah, it's two different
like
generations.
Kids and like old music and like different. It's like do you listen to anything old?
I listen to a little old music. I mean, I got a playlist that has lots of old music on it. Like Fall Out Boy, All American Rejects.
That's old to you?
Yeah, like Blink 182 and like Simple Plan. Those are old to me, I guess.
Petey's gonna go for a walk right now. He's got steam coming out of his ears.
I just can't believe it. I'm the guy who can't relate to these kids now. Like I'm there. The Blink 182. That's old to you, Dawson? Man, I'm talking like Creedence Clearwater.
No, I don't know. I never even heard of that.
Well, I'm sure if we played it to him, he would know. But what about TV? Because the other day...
Did he just say he doesn't know who CCR is?
He was was born in 95.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, though, guys. Is we're old, and we have to accept that. Now, Dawson, let me ask you, TV-wise, we had Victor Olofsson on the other day, and he said he's binge watching Friends. Now, all of us got to watch Friends when it was actually on NBC, live, like weekly episode. Are you watching old shows, or are you into like the new, Tiger King type of Netflix shows?
Yeah, so I heard Tiger King's a must-watch. I haven't watched it yet, but I've been watching Ozark. They got the season 3 just came out, so I've kind of been watching that recently.
How's that? Because I haven't started season 3. I've heard that Wendy is somebody to keep an eye on in season 3.
Yeah, so I only watched a couple of episodes in season 3, but I think it's getting good. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but it's getting pretty good. It's a good show.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you one question before we let you go, Dawson. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. We've enjoyed our time with you, and you've taught me a lot about myself, actually. Thank you. That being said, and I asked this question to everybody. It's more fun than anything, but I think it's the hatred toward it that I appreciate most. Where are you on Nickelback?
I mean, I heard like there's a lot of like hate for Nickelback like in my generation. I don't know what that's for, but I mean, I like some of their songs. I don't know. I think they're a very well known band, and I don't know. I like some of their songs. I don't hate them by any means.
Is that old? Is Nickelback old to you? I just want to put Petey on the spot as well. So, Dawson, is Nickelback an old band?
Oh, they're not new, but I'd say they're old.
Hey, Dawson, I'll let you end with this. Nickelback will always be new. Okay?
I like their stuff.
Do people ask you if you were named after Dawson's Creek?
All the time, but I was born before the show.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You were born before the show even came out. Talk about originality on your parents' part.
Yeah, it's good timing.
Perfect timing. Well, listen, take care of yourself. We'll see you at training camp. Hopefully, if there is
thanks,
one.
Guys. Yeah, hopefully. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.